Have you ever noticed how exhausting certain conversations feel? Someone approaches you at a party, they smile and ask, "So, what do you do?" And something inside you deflates, not because you're antisocial, not because you dislike people, but because you already know where this is going. Whether weekend plans, traffic, the same script everyone follows without thinking, and while they're talking, you're performing, nodding at the right moments, saying the expected things, playing a role that feels like wearing shoes 2 sizes too small. Here's a paradox nobody mentions. You're not bad at connecting with people, you're actually desperate for it. Real connection, the kind that goes somewhere, the kind that matters. Small talk isn't connection, it's the avoidance of it. So why do you find it so unbearable when others seem perfectly fine? What does your hatred of surface conversation actually reveal about you? Let's start with what's actually happening inside you during small talk. Picture the scenario. You're at a work event. Someone walks up and begins the ritual. Busy week. Can you believe this weather? Any plans for the weekend? For most people, this feels comfortable, easy, like a warm-up before the real game. But for you, it feels like slow suffocation. Here's what's fascinating. This isn't social anxiety. It's not shyness. It's something entirely different. Your brain is wired to seek meaning, depth, substance. When conversation stays at the surface, your mind starts scanning for the exit. Not because you're rude, but because you're starving at a table full of empty plates. Psychologist Lori Helgo's research on introversion reveals that some people experience small talk as genuinely depleting. Their nervous systems aren't designed for extended, shallow interaction. You're not broken. You're just built for a different kind of conversation. Here's the first unique trait you possess. You crave authentic connection. While others seem satisfied exchanging pleasantries, you're hungry for something more. You want to know what keeps someone up at night? What they're afraid of. What makes them feel alive. Surface conversation feels like watching a movie with the sound off. Something's happening, but you're missing everything that matters. This craving isn't antisocial. It's deeply social. You don't want less connection than others. You want more real connection. The kind most people are too afraid to offer. And here's the truth. When you do find it, when conversation finally goes deep, you come alive in ways that surprise even you. Hours disappear. Energy multiplies. You become the most engaged person in the room. You're not bad at socializing. You're selective about what deserves your energy. Here's the second trait. You possess unusual depth of thought. Small talk requires staying on the surface, and your mind simply doesn't operate there. While someone discusses weekend plans, your brain is making connections to larger patterns, to meaning, to questions about life, purpose, existence. You can't help it. Depth is your default setting. Research on cognitive processing styles shows that some people naturally think in layers. They can't engage with topics superficially because their minds automatically seek underlying significance. This is why shallow conversation feels so exhausting. You're being asked to operate in a mode your brain isn't built for. Like asking a deep-sea diver to splash in puddles. But here's where it gets interesting. This depth isn't just about conversation. It shows up everywhere. In how you approach work, in how you solve problems, in how you experience art, music, nature. You don't just see the surface of anything, you see through it. Here's the third trait. You value authenticity over performance. Small talk is theater. Everyone playing roles, saying what's expected, following invisible scripts that prioritize comfort over truth. And something in you rebels against this. You'd rather say nothing than say something meaningless. You'd rather remain silent than pretend. This isn't rudeness, it's integrity. Psychologists call this authenticity striving, a deep need to align your external behavior with your internal reality. For you, small talk feels dishonest. Not because the topics are lies, but because the whole interaction is performance. Two people pretending to connect, while carefully avoiding actual connection. You recognize something most people ignore. That polite distance is still distance. That comfortable superficiality is still superficiality. You're not willing to fake connection just because society expects it. Here's the fourth trait. You possess high sensitivity to energy exchange. Every interaction has a cost. Every conversation requires energy. And you feel this more acutely than most. Small talk is expensive. Not because it's difficult, but because it gives nothing back. You spend energy performing, listening to empty words, pretending to be engaged, and receive nothing nourishing in return. Deep conversation works differently. Yes, it requires energy, but it also generates energy. You leave feeling fuller than when you arrived. Elaine Aron's research on highly sensitive people shows that some nervous systems are more attuned to stimulation. They need quality over quantity, meaning over volume. This sensitivity isn't weakness, it's precision. You've learned, perhaps unconsciously, to protect your energy for exchanges that actually matter. Other people can afford to waste energy on surface interactions. You can't. And that's not a flaw. That's wisdom. Here's the fifth trait. You seek genuine understanding. When you talk to someone, you want to actually know them. Not their job title, not their weekend activities. Them, the real person behind the social mask. And small talk is specifically designed to prevent this. It keeps everyone safely unknown, comfortably invisible. Research on meaningful conversation shows that deeper exchanges aren't just more satisfying. They're linked to greater well-being, stronger relationships, and even better mental health. Your instinct to avoid shallow talk isn't antisocial. It's profoundly wise. You're refusing empty calories while everyone else fills up on them. What you're seeking, genuine understanding, is what all humans actually need. Most people just don't realize they're missing it. But here's where this gets personal. You've probably spent years feeling like something was wrong with you. Social situations that others navigate easily feel like obstacle courses. Networking events feel like torture. Parties feel like endurance tests. And maybe you blamed yourself. Wondered why you couldn't just relax. Who's be normal? Just enjoy the conversation everyone else seems perfectly fine with. Here's what's really happening. You're not deficient in social ability. You're advanced in social needs. You've evolved past surface interaction into territory most people never reach. The discomfort you feel during small talk is actually discernment. Your nervous system recognizing empty connection and refusing to pretend it's nourishment. That's not rudeness. That's self. So what do you do with all this? First, stop apologizing for who you are. Your need for depth isn't a burden. It's a gift you bring to every relationship you choose. Second, create contexts that work for you. Skip the networking mixer. Have dinner with one person instead. Replace small talk situations with environments where real conversation can happen. Third, recognize that you're not alone. Millions of people feel exactly what you feel. They're at parties right now, searching for the exit while pretending to care about weekend plans. And finally, trust your instincts. If conversation feels empty, it probably is. If connection feels fake, it probably is. Your detector isn't broken. It's exceptionally accurate. Here's the truth that ties all of this together. Your hatred of small talk isn't a social deficiency. It's a compass pointing toward what actually matters. While others fill their lives with shallow exchanges, you're searching for something rare. Real conversation. Genuine understanding. Authentic connection. And yes, this makes some situations uncomfortable. It makes fitting in harder. It makes you feel like an outsider at parties. But it also means your relationships have depth. Your conversations have meaning. Your connections are real. You're not antisocial. You're selectively social, intentionally social, meaningfully social. And maybe that's the real gift. Refusing to settle for connection's imitation when you know what the real thing feels like. Small talk is comfortable, but you were never built for comfortable. You were built for deep,